The Young and the Restless Spoilers. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a beautiful day to dive into some absolute madness in the soap world. So grab a huge cup of coffee because we have a lot of crazy drama to unpack. So let's just get right into it because my head is still spinning from what we just watched. I mean, I have been covering this show for years, and sometimes you think you have seen it all. You think you know exactly how low a character will go to get what they want. And then Kane Ashby steps up to the plate and says, "Hold my drink." Honestly, I am still sitting here trying to process the sheer level of manipulation and grossness that just went down between Kane, Tracy Abbott, Billy, and Lily. It is a lot. It is so much, but let's back up a second and look at how we even got to this massive, explosive point in the Chancellor corporate war. Because a few episodes ago, Billy Abbott was walking around Genoa City like he was the king of the world. He found that ancient, dusty loophole about John Abbott's unpaid financial bailout of Chancellor Industries, and suddenly Billy decided he was the rightful heir to the entire kingdom. He was so smug. You guys remember how he was at the GCAC, literally forcing Audra Charles to toast to his hostile takeover? He was completely ignoring Audra's warnings that this obsession was going to ruin his personal life with Sally, who is pregnant, by the way. But Billy didn't care. Billy never cares when he gets that manic look in his eye. He just wanted to win. He wanted to crush Kane and Lily and take the CEO chair, and Lily and Kane were panicking. They put on a brave face, sure. They stood in front of Billy and told him he was obsessed and that his evidence was garbage. But behind closed doors, they were terrified. Kane knew that Billy actually had a solid legal argument. He knew that the Abbotts technically had the right to seize Chancellor if they played their cards right. And Kane also knew that Lily would be absolutely devastated if she lost the company she worked so hard to build. Chancellor is her baby. It is her legacy. And Kane, for all his faults, and trust me, he has a million of them, cannot stand the idea of Billy Abbott taking something away from Lily. But the situation was completely spiraling out of control. The lawyers were getting involved. The threats were flying. And Kane realized that they were probably going to lose. He looked at the board, he analyzed the players, and he realized that Billy wasn't the one holding all the power. The power actually belonged to Tracy Abbott. Yes, Traci. Sweet, kind, innocent Tracy Abbott. The moral compass of the family. The woman who literally just risked her life trying to track down Martin Laurent to save Diane. Tracy holds the keys to the Abbott Family Trust, or the voting bloc, or whatever legal mechanism Billy was relying on to execute this takeover. Kane saw that if Tracy pulled her support, or if Tracy legally blocked Billy's claim on behalf of the Abbott estate, Billy's entire hostile takeover would instantly collapse. Tracy was the linchpin. So Kane starts watching Tracy. He starts paying attention to her. And this is where the story gets so dark and so twisted that I almost can't believe the writers actually went there. But they did. Kane realizes that Tracy has a crush on him. I know. It sounds crazy. But think about it. Tracy is a romance novelist. She spends her life writing about dashing, brooding heroes who sweep women off their feet. And she has been so lonely for so long. She is always the sister who takes care of everyone else. She takes care of Jack. She worries about Billy. She deals with Ashley's drama. But who takes care of Tracy? Nobody. She is just expected to be the rock. And Kane Ashby is an incredibly handsome, charming guy with an Australian accent who suddenly starts looking at her like she is the most fascinating woman in the room. Kane saw the way she looked at him. He saw the lingering glances. He saw the slight blush when he stood a little too close to her. Traci has always had this secret, unspoken affection for him, but she is way too classy and way too shy to ever say anything about it. She would never make a move. She would just harbor this little secret crush forever. And Kane took that beautiful, innocent vulnerability and weaponized it. He is so sinister for this. I honestly don't know if I can ever look at Kane the same way again. He knew exactly what he was doing. He saw a lonely woman who held the fate of Chancellor in her hands, and he decided to seduce her. He decided to play the role of the tragic hero who just needed someone to understand him. So Kane starts laying it on thick. He starts accidentally bumping into Traci. He starts having these deep, soulful conversations with her. He tells her how much he admires her strength. He tells her that she is the only person in Genoa City who really sees him for who he is. And then he starts planting the seeds about Billy. He tells Traci that Billy is out of control, that Billy is manic, that if Billy takes over Chancellor, he is going to destroy John Abbott's legacy and drag the family name through the mud. And Traci is listening. She is soaking it all in because she already worries about Billy. Everyone worries about Billy. It is the full-time job of everyone in the Abbott family to worry about Billy's bad decisions. So when Kane says that Billy is going to ruin everything, Traci believes it. But it wasn't just about business. Kane made it personal. He flirted with her. He touched her arm. He looked deep into her eyes and made her feel like she was the center of his universe. He made her feel desire. And for a woman who has spent years feeling invisible romantically, that is an intoxicating drug. Kane knew exactly what buttons to push. He played her like a fiddle. And then it happened. The moment that had Twitter and all the message boards absolutely exploding, Kane and Traci slept together. I actually had to pause my screen and just stare at the wall for a minute when this happened. I mean, what were the writers thinking? Or maybe it's brilliant? I don't even know anymore. It is just so messy. They actually hooked up. Kane Ashby took Traci Abbott to bed. Let's just break down the psychology of this for a second. Kane is doing this purely for Chancellor. He does not love Traci. He loves Lily. He loves power. He loves winning. He is using his body and his charm to secure a corporate asset. It is essentially corporate prostitution. He is sleeping with the enemy's sister to get her to betray her own blood. It is so cold. It is so calculated. It reminds me of the old days of Victor Newman, but even Victor usually kept his business and his bedroom slightly more separated than this. And Traci, poor, sweet Traci. She probably thinks this is the start of some beautiful romance. She probably thinks Kane has finally woken up and realized she is the woman for him. She gave herself to him, emotionally and physically. And the morning after, while she is glowing and feeling this incredible high of new love, Kane goes in for the kill. He whispers in her ear. He tells her that they have to stop Billy. He tells her that for the good of everyone, for the good of Lily, for the good of the Abbott name, Traci has to step in and shut Billy down. He frames it like they are saving Billy from himself. He manipulates her so perfectly that Traci actually believes she is doing a noble thing. She thinks she is protecting her family by betraying her brother. And so we get to the boardroom, the big showdown. Billy is sitting there looking like the cat that ate the canary. He has his tailored suit on. He has that arrogant little smirk that he always gets when he thinks he has won. He is ready to pop the champagne. He is ready to kick Lily out of the CEO chair and take his rightful place. Lily is sitting there looking tense, her jaw clenched, ready to fight, but knowing she is outgunned. And then Traci walks in. You could cut the tension in that room with a knife. Traci looks nervous. She won't look Billy in the eye. She keeps glancing over at Kane, and Kane is standing in the corner with this subtle, sinister little smirk on his face. He knows he has already won. He knows what happened last night. Billy starts talking, laying out his demands, telling Lily to pack up her office. And Traci interrupts him. She drops the bomb. Traci announces that she is not supporting Billy's claim. She announces that as a representative of the Abbott family interests, or whatever legal power she is wielding, she is invalidating Billy's hostile takeover. She says the Chancellor belongs to Lily and that Lily will remain the CEO. She completely pulls the rug out from under Billy. She betrays him in front of everyone. The look on Billy's face, you guys, I cannot even describe it. It was a mix of absolute shock, confusion, and then pure, unadulterated rage. Billy lost his mind. He exploded. He started yelling, demanding to know what was going on. He could not comprehend how his own sister, the sister who always plays peacemaker, the sister who always tries to keep the family together, just stabbed him in the back in a corporate boardroom. And Traci just stood there, trying to look strong, but you could see the guilt eating away at her. She tried to give him some excuse about protecting John's legacy and how Lily was the better fit for the company. But Billy isn't stupid. He might be reckless, he might be obsessive, but he is not an idiot. He looked at Traci, and then he looked at Kane. And I think in that moment, Billy realized that Kane had somehow gotten to her. I don't think Billy knows they slept together yet. If he knew that, there would have been a physical fistfight right there in the Chancellor offices. But Billy definitely knows that Kane manipulated Traci. Billy is furious. He is beyond furious. He stormed out of that room looking like he was ready to burn the entire city to the ground. And honestly, I kind of don't blame him. Yes, Billy was being a jerk about the takeover. Yes, he was ignoring Audra and stressing out Sally. But to be betrayed by Traci, that hurts. That is a deep, deep family wound. And let's talk about Kane for a second. Kane won. He did it. He saved Chancellor for Lily. Lily is still the CEO, but at what cost? Lily has no idea what Kane did. She has no idea that Kane slept with Traci Abbott to secure her job. She thinks Traci just had a sudden change of heart. She thinks Traci just realized that Lily was the better CEO. When Lily finds out the truth, and this is a soap opera, so she is absolutely going to find out the truth. Eventually, she is going to be sick to her stomach. Lily is a proud woman. She is a strong businesswoman. The idea that she only kept her company because her ex-husband prostituted himself to an older woman is going to destroy her. She will never forgive him for this. But for now, Kane is playing the hero. He gets to look at Lily and say, see, I told you I would protect you. I told you I wouldn't let Billy take your company. It is so twisted. Kane is acting like a knight in shining armor, but his armor is covered in mud and deception. I just keep thinking about Traci. What is going to happen to her when she realizes Kane doesn't actually want to be with her? Right now, she thinks they share this deep connection. She thinks they are partners. But Kane is going to start pulling away. Now that he has what he wants, he doesn't need to sleep with Traci anymore. He is going to start making excuses. He is going to be busy with work. He is going to say they need to keep things quiet. And Traci is going to slowly realize that she was used. She was just a pawn in Kane's war against Billy. When that realization hits her, it is going to break her heart. Traci has already been through so much. She doesn't deserve this. She doesn't deserve to be treated like a disposable chess piece. And what about Billy? What is his next move? Because Billy Abbott does not just walk away when he gets humiliated like this. Billy is going to want revenge. He is going to want to destroy Kane. And with Sally sitting at home, pregnant, and dealing with her own emotional trauma over losing Ava, Billy's rage is going to spill over into his personal life. Audra warned him. Audra literally sat at the GCAC and told him, that this obsession was going to ruin everything. And she was right. Billy's obsession pushed Kane to do the unthinkable, and now the fallout is going to be catastrophic. I am just so fascinated by how dark Kane has gotten. We always knew Kane had a shady past. He literally came to town lying about his identity years ago. He has always had that grifter instinct in him. But over the years, he tried to be the good guy. He tried to be the respectable businessman and the good father. But when his back was against the wall, when he was about to lose everything, the old Kane came out, the survivor, the guy who will do whatever it takes, no matter how dirty, to win. Sleeping with Tracy Abbott is a line you can't uncross. It changes the fundamental dynamic of the entire show. Kane is now a full-blown villain in my eyes. You don't mess with Tracy. That is like the golden rule of Genoa City. You can mess with Jack, you can mess with Ashley, you can definitely mess with Phyllis, but you leave Tracy alone. I cannot wait to see how social media reacts to this over the next few days. People are going to be screaming at their televisions. The Abbott family dinners are going to be incredibly awkward from now on. How is Tracy going to look Jack in the eye? Jack is already dealing with so much trauma from being kidnapped by Victor and dealing with Diane's paranoia about Dr. Markham. Jack does not need this right now. If Jack finds out that Kane used his sister for corporate gain, Jack might actually kill him. So, yeah, that is where we are at. It is messy, it is chaotic, it is clunky, and it is absolutely brilliant soap drama. Kate Ashby has officially crossed over to the dark side. Tracy Abbott has compromised her morals for a man who doesn't love her. Lily Winters is sitting on a throne built on lies. And Billy Abbott is a ticking time bomb of rage. I need to go take a walk and clear my head because this storyline is just too much. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you as disgusted with Kane as I am? Do you feel bad for Tracy? Or should she have known better? And what do you think Billy is going to do next? Drop your thoughts below, and I will see you guys in the next update. Because trust me, this Chancellor War is far from over. It is just getting started, and it is going to get so much uglier.